Hello.
Who the hell is this?
It's the Lost Canuck.
How are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm very happy to have you on the show. So lay it out for us. Okay, well, let's get a little bit formal, a little bit personal. What's going on with your life? Everything okay?
Everything's good. I was feeling under the weather, like I was talking to you yesterday. I had a little bit of vertigo, but it seems to be going away, fading away. Still not all gone, but it's all good, buddy. It's all good.
Family, everything okay?
Everybody's great, man.
That's great to hear. How's the weather out there?
Weather's hot, humid, sticky. We had a lot of rain that we've been asking for, and it's going to cool off, I think they say Friday.
Good.
How about you and the family, brother?
We're all good here. We're all good. Kind of dry. We're just worried about forest fires, right? Because we're getting into fire season. Well, we are in fire season, but we haven't.
Yeah, we had a problem up north in Ontario, Parry Sound, and that. They're still fighting fire up there.
Yeah, there's usually 5-6 fires every summer up there, right? So.
Yeah, it's getting pretty brutal. So what's happening?
Okay, well, you tell me what's happening. Your boots on the ground on the East Coast, Barrie, Ontario. What is going on?
Okay, right now, Mike, is the listeners can know. I was talking. I want to say hi to Steve, the plumber out there.
Yep, two-time world champion. Yep.
Yeah. I was talking to him for a while, and we've been communicating, and he's been telling me some stuff. But I want him to call in later and tell you what he's been doing. I've been walking around with my wife at night, just going for a nice stroll here and there, and I find out that these homes have been sold a year ago to 6 months. They're vacant. Now, people could say, well, how do you know they're vacant? I'm going to explain something to people. They have to walk around their subdivision and see if the same lights are on every night. It's like there's a timer on.
Yeah.
So I went to two of the houses last night after I talked to you, and the actual hydrometer was moving very slow. So there's no activity going on. Now, you could have said it was just last night. So today I passed by. I knocked on the two doors. No answer, Mike.
Yeah.
This is at 6 o'clock at night when people are usually home at dinner. So I'm going to do the same thing and follow up on that. And the other thing I want to talk about, and you can check on your computer while you're talking or on the phone, there's a website. I don't know if you checked it out, the one they told you, Mongo.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Let me look it up right now. Mongo.
Yeah. And Steve the plumber gave me this one. It's a really good site.
It's a real estate site, right?
Yeah. It doesn't ask if you're real estate in that, so all our listeners can check it out, and it shows you what's listed, what they sold for. There's no hidden. You don't have to call anybody for this information. It's MONGO housing.
Okay, I'm in it right now. It's asking me for
your email and your information. That's it.
Yeah, I'll continue with Facebook.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to continue as Mike.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so what am I looking at?
Well, right now
I'm here.
You could pick a subdivision right now.
Oh, City of Toronto. Okay, let's say Etobicoke, new listings.
Yeah, so once you look at whatever city you're living in, let's say, oh, by the way, how are your parents, man? Good people, buddy. Good.
Yeah, they're doing good. They're doing really good. Yeah.
That's
Great. They're doing really good. Okay, so I'm looking at a house here.
Yeah, and it'll show you what it's sold for or what it's listed at, and it gives you all the information you need. It's actually better than MLS.
It looks really good. It says here it's got the real estate agents involved and the square footage and everything.
Yeah.
And, wow, property taxes. So I'm looking at this house on the Queensway, and it's $1.9 million, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And it looks like it needs a complete overhaul, judging by the outside of the condition of the house.
Yeah, probably. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. So, wow. So the price changed. So there's price changes on here. I'm noticing that.
Yeah, and that's what's happening. If you see it in red, usually this is what I'm trying to just get used to this. I think they made some reductions. So what happens is, let's say it says it's delisted, meaning they take it off the market, it will show it. It will show it's been delisted.
Oh my goodness! That is fantastic because people have been getting away with doing that so much.
Yeah, so now you don't have to be a real estate, check it out, and it could tell you all the information.
Wow, that's fantastic. I'm looking at it right now. So people jump onto this site It's Mongo House. It looks pretty good. Let me go to another area here. It's very expensive, man. Holy smokes. Let me go to, let's say by, I don't know, over here. And everything's just in the millions, eh?
Go to your parents' area, man. Go to Brampton.
To see what it's going for there?
Yeah, you could see everything there. How many times is it? And also, Mike, when I was doing it, I was checking out all the houses in my area, what they sold for. And I'll give you one. One sold in May. It was about 2,700 square feet. It sold for $780. That's the vacant house, one of them. Sold for $780.
Okay.
Across the street just sold last week at 2,500 square foot for $600 even.
Wow.
$180,000 difference.
So when you do when you do the comparables, you can see it, right?
Yeah. And then people have to also understand, I was explaining to you yesterday, if you take we're actually paying more for a townhouse than a detached.
Yes, because what's happening is the prices are going to start slipping, where you're going to start to see that the prices of detached homes are going to be cheaper than condos and townhomes. Yeah.
By the square foot, so people understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
What you're paying per square foot. So a townhouse in Barrie right now, you're paying in between $353 to $360 a square foot.
Wow.
Yeah. A bungalow, you're looking at $310 to $325. A two-story, you're looking at, listen to this, $290 to $310 a square foot.
Wow. Hey, were you watching yesterday when I was looking at some houses for like $180,000, 5 bedrooms in the States? Yeah. And then
I'd move there tomorrow if I didn't have kids, let me tell you.
Yeah. And so people's mentality, people are scared of, Mike, there's no work there. What are you talking about? Mario, you know, and I know, we're the type of guys that make work everywhere we go. You know?
That's right.
And we make work. Let's go to downtown.
You can work for minimum wage with a mortgage like that, buddy.
Yeah. And if you have a partner, if your wife works and you know what I'm saying?
You're okay. You'll live okay.
Yeah, you don't have to starve. I know a guy, his entire family works at the Home Depot. And they all have their own houses and their cars and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So what is happening now discuss to us a little bit of what's happening with the reduction prices.
Okay, so what's happening is a lot of these houses do sell, but what they do is they stop dropping. So I know there's a house down the street that was listed at $640 in the beginning of June, and they end up selling it for $600. Nah, you say it's only $40,000, but they had to drop it. And I think what's going to happen now is with the new rates coming in, there's going to be another rate change. Probably looking at the end of August, beginning of September. And I think I sent it to you on your Facebook. The issue that we got right now, Mike, that no one's paying attention, they're all looking at this housing stuff, is the Sears pension.
Oh yes. So why don't you explain it to us? What's happening with Sears?
Okay, so what's happening is they're unfunded by $260 million. Okay, on their pension fund.
That's a lot of cake.
Yes. So they're trying to save themselves $135 million so they can carry all the the pensioners to is 18,000 Sears Canadian retirees. Okay. So there's 18,000. So people got to understand, 18,000 getting a paycheck every month from their pension fund.
Right.
Okay. So what's happening is they're short. So the remaining roughly $135 million is left in their account. But the problem is it's in courts because the company itself, when it claimed bankruptcy, they wanted to pay the everything off, not pension plans. They wanted to take it out and put it through the courts and say we have to pay the shareholders and stockholders, whatever you want to call it. So what's happening is if a person, man or woman, is getting $1,500, and I said this on my video, the first pension that's going to do it is right here. They are going to lose 30% starting August.
Oh, man. I have the article up right in front of me. It says, Sears retirees ask court for retailers' remaining funds for pension deficit.
Yes.
And it's just It's exactly what you're saying. 135 million of former department store chains cash help fund their pension shortfall.
They're 30, and if you read on the bottom there, it says retirees will receive 30% less than their promised monthly pension benefit beginning August 1st.
Yes, retirees.
This is a sign. This is a sign for all pensions that are going to fall apart.
Retirees will receive
an introduction.
It says right here, retirees will receive 30% less than their promised monthly pension benefits beginning August 1st. The motion reads. So this is not good because the people that did not buy into this crazy housing nut job are actually paying for it now through their pensions.
That's right. That's right. So now what are you going to do for a poor person that worked there for 30 years that's making $1,500?
Oh, no. I've heard of people working there 45 years, buddy. 45.
Yeah. So if a person's making roughly $1,500 a month, now they're going to lose 30%. They lose $500.
Yeah. After tax, what do they take home? $700.
And then there's the other one, Mike. The other one with Fortress Development. We were talking about that. I put it on my video. They're huge. They were rated by the RCMP. Mm-hmm. They're now getting audited by the CRA. They put syndicate mortgages and fraud in a capital letter. They taken over now. The loan officers have taken over, and there's no ownership right now under that. So if you look at the project that we had in Vaughan, they had the condos. Remember I was explaining to you the condos that they all sold out 3 years ago or 2 years ago, then they canceled the project?
That's horrible. That's really bad, and then gave people back their refunds. But if you bought and you lost money and you wanted your money back, they'll sue you.
Yeah. So what's happened, that's what I was trying to get on my Facebook to all the people to start taking them to court and saying, you know what, if you're going to reward somebody from buying a house and they default on a mortgage, and you're going after the percentage that they could have sold it for, and they only sold it for, let's say they lost $200,000 or didn't lose, they didn't get the $200,000 they were promised, and that person had to pay, then the court should make the builders pay all these people the difference of them getting the same unit somewhere else and the difference.
Yeah, well, they have to make out the aggregate. So if there's an $80,000 or $140,000 difference in price, they got to make that up at least for them.
Yeah, but the problem is, Mike, I just found out yesterday that Fortress Development was under that umbrella.
Oh.
So it's more than what people think it is. They don't tell us all the stuff. They just give us little bits and bites of it. But once you start digging into it, that developer was funded by the development group of Fortress Development.
Wow.
So we're talking billions of dollars thrown somewhere, and they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. So now that's going on. So that means whatever pension plan that's in this Fortress group, I am telling you right now, they're losing 40% or 50% of their every dollar they put in there.
That's huge. That's pretty much all their margin in any index they were working off, right?
That's right. Correct.
So today is it's official. I'm officially naming this day JOMO Day. JOMO. Joy of missing out. How do you feel that you missed out and didn't buy on this stupid roller coaster, Mario?
Oh, I don't feel bad at all.
No, you're supposed to be happy. It's called joy. JOMO. Right. Joy of missing out. You missed out, Mario, but you know what? Hip hip hooray! You're not underwater.
No. I told my wife that when we sold Mike, we put the money away and we're just waiting on the sidelines. I'm not trying to make everybody, sit back and think that we're winners. No, we've been like you. We've been in it so long that we understand that we have to see right here. Jeff O'Toole just sent a message to us, Mike.
Yeah.
Wow, Fortress was behind the 3 condo building in Vaughan.
Yep. Of course.
Yeah, see, I told you. And these people don't understand. You should be having millions of people watching your channel, not just because of me, because of you. Because if you don't get this information out and you don't learn it, you're not going to be smarter than everybody else. And everybody's going to feed you the crock. the what you want to hear, what you want to see. It's like going to church and they're going to tell you a miracle's coming. Yeah, you're going to be baptized soon. Especially when you see the money start going out and then all of a sudden, boom. And we all know the banks are safe. They don't care what happens.
Yeah, the banks,
the taxpayers are going to pay them out.
The banks, what they do is they hedge, right? So they hedge on the losers and they hedge on the winners, right? So it's like they're laying puts on the losers. So when they do default, they get the house and then they could spit it back out on the market, right?
That's right. That's right. And what about the new houses? I've been talking to a lot of guys in the framing. It's getting really slow here in Toronto and Ontario.
So give us an insight on the job sites. What's happening? Is it getting liked? What's going on?
Right now, I've talked to 3 big contractors in Ontario. They do roughly, I'd say, I'd give you a number, I'd be lying, probably 5,000 homes a year.
Okay.
And right now, 2 of them told me they're not pricing anything for the last 6 months.
What does that mean to viewers? They're not pricing anything for the last 6 months.
Because that means they're not getting bids, they're not getting builders sending them bids to bid out their job sites. They're not getting anything. And one of them told me, he said, Mario, I'm just going to shut my doors and I'm going to wait till things start picking up again. That's
the smart thing to do, actually. Just weather the storm, right?
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. And then, and people got to understand, just because there's a sold sign on the driveway, on the front lawn, you have to make sure that these people are actually going to close on that day.
Oh, not only that, did you hear about the real estate agent here in Vancouver? This lady that she kept putting up sold signs a year, 2 years after the house has been sold?
Yeah. I think you said it on one of your videos.
Yeah. She left it there for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And like, there's so much slime ball tricks. Hey, Mario.
Yes.
I was thinking this today, actually. I was shaving this afternoon just before the show, and I was looking in the mirror, and I was thinking to myself, you know what's going to happen? You're going to have a lot of real estate agents that told you to buy in because the market was good, flip their story when the market crashes and say, now is the time to buy, everything crashed, prices are low, buy. And they're the ones that told you to buy at the top of the market when everything was so expensive.
Yeah, you're right. And I told my wife, I think I'm going to get into real estate and just wait till the storm is down and then start bringing in good people to buy these affordable houses.
Yeah, but do you think a lot of real estate agents will flip the coin and say, see, the market crashed, it's a great time to buy, come and buy.
Oh, yeah. Most of them will sell their mother for $1. I hate to say it, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, there's only very few that are honest. I can give you that. I ran into 2, and they told me it's due. It's been due a long time now. It's just due. And, you know, they hear that out of a real estate's mouth, it's amazing. And he says, listen, I sell houses, but and he told me, he says, Mary, I'll tell them straight out if they can't afford it. Say, listen, you're going to be paying too much for this house. Or it's going to be too much for you. And then if they go through with it, hey, he warned them. He goes, I could sleep at night. At least I gave him my advice.
Yeah, and then people are that FOMO fear. FOMO is disappearing, right? Right now in Australia, it's fear of paying too much right now in Sydney. Sydney and all those expensive cities, London, and Toronto, they're now fear of paying too much. People don't want to pay too much for a house now anymore, right?
That's right.
And then now we're entering the fear, JOMO, joy of missing out. So, you know, did you ever go to house parties? Not house parties, but family parties, when you always had that group of family on the side that owned, and they were just together, always, you know, making fun of the people that didn't buy and all that?
Oh, I get it now, buddy. I get it now. And I just sit back and I say, you know what, my day will come.
Yeah.
Just a patient game.
Patient game. And this is JOMO Day, officially JOMO Day. Joy of missing out. So
that's right. I want to bring this up. How do you like the World Cup final? We never talked about it.
I didn't even know France won till like 5 days after.
Yeah, you're just like me. I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, I didn't even know they won. I had no idea. No idea they won.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a friend of mine here, Terenzio says, "Ciao, Michael. I'd like to know when the bomb will go off, you know, when they crash the market and the news channels are scheduled to move forward with the process." Mario, do you think this is a timed event? Do you think they're waiting for it to go off when the markets crash so the news could kick off and start saying, yeah, this is happening, and yes, and Canadians will wake up to, how do you say, a crash course on a crashed market?
Yeah, I think my opinion is I think it's going to happen around September.
But do you think it's timed, ready to go?
Yeah, it has to go, Mike. It has to go.
And
this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
You ever watch the short, the Big Short, whatever it's called, that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the guy that was in his office and he was just going nuts? He was just going nuts that his money was still paying out and he wasn't seeing no returns?
Okay, yeah.
I know how he feels, and it's not about money. This is how I feel. When I'm looking outside and I see all this, people are still getting mortgages at banks and still doing that, but going back to our Canadian stock exchange and our dollar and our unemployment, it doesn't equal out for me. It just doesn't.
Okay, Mario, we got one of our regular commenters here. His name is Kevin Thompson. He's in the comment section right now, and he's saying that the market is doing great, and he's always telling people to buy, and the market is great, and a one bedroom will leave you a multi-millionaire.
And then I love what he put here. Stop hating on the market.
Oh, I'm not hating on the market. I'm forecasting the market. I'm following the trend. I'm just telling you what's going on. What I see is happening in the market by watching the bond markets, watching where gold is going, watching the futures market, watching the stock market, understanding what's happening in the housing market. It's not just the housing market. You have to factor in inflation. You have to factor in interest rates. There's a lot of things to factor in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. But is this guy a real estate?
Kevin Thompson?
Yeah.
Kevin Thompson, I'm not too sure who he is, but he's always on the chat every time I'm here, and he's always asking people to buy. And he has a condo for sale. Give him 25 grand cash back.
Yeah, so he's either a real estate or he's trying to sell his.
Yeah. So,
well, Kevin Thompson, I give you my sympathy.
Yeah.
You're brainwashed like everybody else.
So, okay, so Mario, let's move forward here. What is so you're forecasting for September, and do you see a condo crash first, or do you see just an outright all around crash? Because usually what happens is you start seeing the pre-builts fall apart and people walking away from deposits.
That's right, and that's the first thing that's going to happen, Mike.
Yeah, that's what happened in Miami. When I lived in Miami, that's the first thing that happened. Was everybody walked away from condos.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is you're going to see at the end of the summer they're going to do the builders all get together. I've been there when I worked for the union. They all get together, they sit down at a table, and they see how their sales are going. So that's when a developer comes in and says, we're not buying anything and you guys aren't building anything anymore.
Okay, and then that's when you think that'll be the nail in the coffin. That's
right. And that's going to happen in the end of the summer. Summertime people, and then this Kevin Thompson delusional man, the summer is when framers are busy, builders are putting up houses. You can look in the last 10 years of the peak and what happens. Right now, it's not happening. So people are going to start walking away from deposits. People are going to have foreclosures on their houses. You just had the people in Whitby that paid over $100,000 more than a year later. Somebody went to buy right from Mattamy Homes and paid $110,000 less.
Yes.
Same house, same model.
Same thing.
So
same thing in Oakville.
Right there. So now Mattamy's going to control the housing market because they are the biggest builder in Canada, or in North America, I'd say. So what they're going to do is, what are they going to do? They're going to start dropping houses. And actually, I had my subscribers sending me a bunch of advertising of all these new builds that they're scratching out the old prices and it's 80, 90 grand less. You know, and we think 80, 90 less, but they're still not getting bites.
They can't get bites.
2 years ago, and you went 90 grand up, you'd be sold out.
Okay, but here's the deal. Yeah, exactly. People will be bidding the crap out of that stuff, right? But
that's right.
Here's the deal, Mario. It's, you know why? Because the affordability for an $80,000 a year income, the affordable stress test with the CIBC calculator that I did with Steve the plumber on live on the show is roughly $366,000 you could borrow. That's it.
Sorry, I gotta laugh.
Yeah.
I gotta laugh.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a problem. People can't afford to buy. And it's not that a lot of people can't afford to buy. The bank won't lend them enough to buy, because now with interest rates going up, it's going to be an absolute... Look, we got a quarter rate interest rate hike, a few weeks ago, and everyone's freaking out about that.
That's right. That's right. And that's a quarter.
And you know what? People are freaking out in the U.S. that the average home price across the board is just under $250,000.
Yeah.
And people are freaking out in the U.S. because in some states they're paying up to 35% of their income towards rent.
Yeah.
And where in Vancouver they're paying up to 78% income on their rent, in Toronto 68%.
That's right. And then, Mike, going back to that question you asked me about what date you think it would happen, and also what happens in the fall, they do an audit on the car sales, new car sales. They usually do it around August, September. That's when you get the 18, they want to boot out, so the 2019 start to come in around October, November, and that's when they try to bring those sales up, right? So what's happening is the car company itself, now with the tariffs coming in from Trump and all this, I just found out by 5 people working in Alliston at Honda, they got laid off after 7 years.
Wow.
So people don't realize how big... They're just waiting for anything to go on. And then, like I said, this Kevin Thompson and everybody else that thinks they're telling me that the market's going to be good. And I'm confused. I'm confused how they get fooled, because I like to be a salesman and fool people like that to make a living sometimes. I really do.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to do that. Believe me.
I'm just saying it sarcastically.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You want to be able, because I have a clean soul. I like to sleep at night, and man, do I sleep well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saw my lifestyle. You see the type of person I am when you met me in person.
Oh, buddy, you're a superstar, man.
And same to you. You know, when are you coming out to visit me here in Merritt?
I promise you, buddy, it'll be soon. I gotta take. Like I told you, I promised my wife she wanted to go to Quebec City. I gotta take her there first.
Yeah, drive there. It's 5 hours. Go, and then come back.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I got a thing open here. The Canadian auto sales fall for the straight month in June. Auto sales are risk of slowing down. Vietnam's auto sales 6% down to Western countries. Lots happening in here. Economic woes on Canadian auto sales. So, you know what it is? It's not that people don't want to buy a car. It's people can't afford to buy a car anymore because they're maxed out.
That's right. But, Mike, you got to understand, so are the car companies. You go get a car today and you buy a car, okay? Nobody's buying like your my dad's generation. You go and pay cash, and it's it. My dad would hear this 84 months payment. I think he'd have a stroke.
Really?
84 months to pay for 4 wheels. Are you guys crazy or what?
84. Damn, man.
So 84 months, people have to understand. Yes, the car company's making a little bit of interest, right?
No, they're getting twice the car.
That's right. So what happens is that person pays for that car the first 3 to 4 years. The car company still hasn't made their money to pay everybody else to make that car on your driveway.
Yeah. So
that's what people don't understand when they say there's a car bubble. Because they keep sending out these cars, keep going. All of a sudden, instead of being, let's say, $1,000 in the hole, there are millions in the hole. They've been bailed out in 2006 and 7 with GM and all them, except, of course, certain companies. But now it's coming back. Coming back, and it's coming back really hard. Really hard.
Steve the Plumber's in the comment section. He says that auto stocks hit the bed today. I sold a bunch of... Can I tell you a quick story?
Sure.
I don't know what it was. It was something to do with Ford. I was really upset with something, and I had to go to a dealer and do... I don't know what it was. But I was so mad. I went home, and I sold all my stock in Ford. Like, my stocks, my shares.
Good.
And then not even a week after, the stock dropped like 30%. And I don't know why. I can't remember. This was like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. I had some stock in Ford. And something happened, and I can't remember what it was that really made me so mad. I went home, I was so mad. And it's like, oh, well, good luck to you, sir. And good luck, we don't care what you think here at Ford. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to sell my stock. You know what I'm saying?
Good for you. Good for you. I don't even know what the stock is selling for right now.
Oh, we could sell right now. Ford NYSE, right? Is it NYSE?
Yes.
NYSE, it's F.
Oh, we got Malibu, Hargo. He's trying to run for an office in Toronto, I think. He's running for an election.
Okay.
He's one of our subscribers. Great guy, man.
Yeah,
Great guy, Hargo.
He comments over here quite a bit on my channel too.
Yeah, he's running for something in Toronto, and I told him I'd support him and help him the best I can.
Speaking of Toronto, I'm running for city councillor here in Merritt.
Yes, I know. Good for you, buddy.
Yes.
Do you need someone to push the paper for you?
I got a lot of paper there, buddy. You got to fill out. I got a 600-page thing I got to go through. So
yeah,
it's bigger than the King James Bible.
Oh God, which version? I got you on that one.
Yeah. Buddy here is Ward 9 Downsview. City Council.
Oh yeah. Oh, there he is. Malibu Hargo is in Ward 9 Downsview. Yeah, that's it, right there.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Let's hope we get more people to support him, man.
Yeah. Then Kevin Thompson, you see, you're hurting his feelings, okay, Mario? He's saying you guys have to stop hating.
Hey, there's your paisano, Gary Menderos.
Yeah, it's Gary Medeiros. Hey, Mike and Mario, you both rock. I see things the same way you do. Yeah, it's just I'm just not getting it. The whole stimulus packages, the free money, the basically 0% interest rates. It had to come to an end. Max Kaiser said this was the worst thing that you could ever do to an economy. So did Gerald Celente. So did Peter Schiff. All these guys are saying the same thing. Stimulus package, stimulus is really bad because it causes consumer spending and it causes a bubble that cannot be contained.
It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable, Mike.
Mario, are you going to buy if the market goes down?
Oh, I'll buy, yeah. But I want to buy it that I know, number one, my employment is there, that I can support my family, even if I had to take a minimum wage job, because I'm going to be very careful and cautious. Mm-hmm. And I got a lot of guys on our channel, your channel, my channel. They're in the same boat, and they get the jitters and why don't owning. Like you said before, Mike. Owning a house is not something you want to sell in 2-3 years. Owning a house, you want to grow your family. You said it perfect.
Lay roots.
Get the roots. Make your family grow, and having a loving family, blessed home. And people think that because you're buying a house and it keeps going up, they don't understand the reality of, unless you're going to get a home line of credit that you can put on top of your head so you can spend more money, because that's what we're all doing. That's what all these people are doing right now. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. We don't even know how many are behind on their home equity loans.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to jump on that with you right now. HELOCs. Let's go back to HELOC. I call them second mortgages because that's what we used to call them.
Yeah.
So let's go to HELOC Better Dwelling. Let me read the 50 million articles they have up about this. They have every a couple of hours they put one. Canadian HELOC debt hits a new high and spending binge continues. I did an emergency broadcast last night about this.
Yeah.
And it is at 284. A debt secured by residential estate hits record high. 284 billion.
Yeah. And that's Canadian, right? Canada. Across
Canadian
Canada?
Canadian dollars.
Okay, so divide that by 34 million people. How much is it per person?
I don't know. Could someone in the comments please do the math? 284.8 billion divided by 35 million people, and find out what it is per person just on second mortgage debt. That's second mortgage debt.
Yeah. You're right. And in Toronto alone, it's at just mortgage debt alone. I think it's it's some ridiculous amount, and it's only got what is it, 13 million and 6 million, 5.9 million in Toronto, a Great Toronto Area population, and they're at a ridiculous amount of debt.
Oh, per capita, 5.8 million people per capita. Oh my God.
Yeah,
you're looking per person 5.8 million, and let's say conservatively 56% own, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's say 1.5 to 2% own free and clear.
That's right.
That still pushes the debt onto everybody else, because the free and clear, it's still at zero. So, but then that makes up a bigger percentage that gets covered, because you get what I'm saying. Because the ones that are free and clear, it makes it even harder for the people that are in debt, because you're adding more onto those people.
That's right. Correct. 100%.
See, Jeff O'Toole saying when houses were 200 large, then it made sense. Yeah, because 200 large, the average income, let's say 8-9 years ago, was 46 or 46 to 56,000 after tax, and you got roughly $400 a month for food.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, now.
Yep.
It's not looking too good right now, because people are using their money to buy food, right?
That's right.
So I talked to Steve the plumber the other day, and we had this discussion. How much on average do you think each person consumes in food in Canada on average? 10, 20 bucks a day? 30?
Oh, I even say a little bit higher.
So what are we looking at, 40 bucks a day per person to eat? 30?
Yeah. I'd say 40 per day.
Okay, 40 per day times 10. What's 40 times 10, Mario?
400 bucks.
So that's 10 days of the month. 20 days, what are we looking at? 800.
800.
What are we looking at for 30 days?
What is it? 30, 40, 1,200 bucks.
Now, 1,200 bucks. People do not factor in. You know what it is, Mario, and I've been talking about this. People never factor in that $1,200 into their TDS, their total debt service ratio, and then they don't know what's left over for food. So basically, they make their TDS fit to a T, but they don't give room for the $1,200 a month for food for one person. And then what happens is they just start buying off their equity to buy food.
Or credit card, whatever.
Yeah, yep. Or that's even worse, because then now you're paying a revolving blended rate.
Oh, the best is when they use their credit card and you're in line and they say, "Oh, I collect for points." Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I collect for points. That's my favorite. I love a collect for points.
So do I.
I love a collect for... Hallelujah.
Yeah, and I was talking to... Actually, I wanted to say this, too. In my area, they have what's called it's called Friday Harbor. When they started going up, Mike, they made a beautiful area. Like, it's right off the water. There are these big not big, they're condos there. They're going for about $1 million, okay? And they put the docks right at the backyard, so you can put your boat, lift it. It's for the rich people, the elite.
Yeah, intercoastal.
Anyway, yeah, they've been selling it to a few people here and there. So I ran into a bank manager that I guess I did work for him once. He knew me, but I didn't know him. And I was telling him about my channel, and we talked. And he said to me, "Mike, that Royal Bank did not put out mortgages there." And I said to him, "Why wouldn't you guys put out mortgages?" Because what they're selling for and what the bank thinks it's worth are two different things, he said.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to outbuy it. There's no mortgages there.
Oh, so you have to buy it outright.
Yeah. But the banks will not give you a mortgage of what they're selling it for.
You know what's good about that? It's that the ownership will be there. People will be there.
Yeah. That's what I said to him. I said, so in other words, you're not going to get investors. He says, no. We're going to get, and he even said to me, that's a good point. He says, we're getting people that are actually coming up on the weekend or staying the week and leaving. Some bought over here to live, but they're the cheaper ones, but they can get mortgages because they're worth that. But he said most of them, you cannot get mortgages. The banks won't give you a mortgage. Okay. Unless you put down $700,000.
700 large. Hey, I got Steve the plumber in the comment section. He says, Mike Martin's Do It, Bud, Google it. Steve, what do you want me to Google, buddy? Can you tell us? Sorry, I was in conversation here with Mario DeSettis. I need to know what exactly, Steve the plumber. Can you please tell us in the comment section exactly what it is you want me to Google.
Yeah, we also should say, Mike, a special hi out to Andrew Clark, that Facebook he started.
Andrew, a Facebook page?
Yeah, the one with the Toronto housing crash or whatever it's called.
Okay. Steve the Plumber wants us to look up Kevin Thompson Oakville.
Yeah. He's a real estate. Watch this.
Oh, he works for Royal LePage. Yeah, there he is.
That's it. And apparently somebody sent me something about Royal LePage too.
But you know what? It could be somebody just using
yeah, a fake name too.
Yeah, it could be a fake name. It's not I don't think that's him. I really don't think it's him.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But if it is the Kevin Thompson there, it doesn't, I mean, he has the right to believe what he wants to, right?
That's right. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, he has the right to say what he feels, and he has a right to promote what he wants, right? I'm not stopping him, you know, and there's nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But it's us who choose. It's us who choose. It's your choice who you choose to listen to or believe, right?
That's right.
You know? And
it's just like going to school. Who you like the most and who you didn't like, and not pay attention.
Yeah. You just believe in who you want to believe, right? I mean, it's your choice. It's freedom of choice, right? And we still have that here in Canada, which is a good thing. And until things start changing, and I'm not allowed to talk about housing anymore, and you know, and you're not allowed to talk about pensions and housing anymore, and you know what I'm saying? And
that's right. And then we don't have freedom of speech anymore.
Yeah, we don't have freedom of speech, and then we don't have a way to, you know, convey our ideas, and everything's got to be done a certain way, and we don't want that here in Canada, because there's a lot of people, you know, I don't know if you've been noticing this, Mario, but in the last, and they've been covering this up a lot, you know that a lot of the Italians, the Portuguese, and a lot of the Greek, you know, they've all been moving back to Europe in huge numbers?
Yeah.
They've been moving back in huge number, and they're taking back their country. They're actually going there, they're buying land, a lot of them are working the land, a lot of them are going back to the roots. I'm not joking, Mario. There's
I know.
There's a lot of articles that are on the down low, right? That a lot of people are going back to European countries and starting to slowly take it back. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. It's different. It's a different lifestyle there.
It is.
Once you go there, Mike, you'll enjoy it, and you'll never look back. You get to live your life the way you're supposed to live, not like here.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. I just sent you something, Mike. It's from Sishin. It's about Royal LePage. One of my subscribers has been sending me a bunch of stuff, interesting articles. I sent it on your Facebook.
You did?
Yeah.
Facebook. What's the article called?
Post price declines in second quarter of 2018.
I think I read that one.
Yeah, and there's another one by Canadian Real Estate Magazine. I'm just punching it up now. It's from Alessandro. I gotta get his name here.
I think I read this. Yeah, Royal LePage. Greater Toronto Area real estate market post-price declines in second quarter of 2018. Yeah, there's a Better Dwelling article that basically goes into the same...
what about the Canadian real estate wealth? Don't let housing policy dent GTA economy, warns realtors. Did you read that one?
Nope.
I'm going to send it to you right now.
Give me the title again.
The actual thing is called Canadian Real Estate Wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back now. What the heck happened here? I screwed it up. Give me 1 second, buddy.
Canadian Real Estate Wealth Magazine?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm at it right now.
Yeah. There's an article.
Toronto markets in Ontario see an accelerated home price growth. Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge numbers defy as trends set of Ontario's largest housing market. Calgary is still one of Canada's most desirable affordable hubs. And don't forget Montreal, PEI, and Nova Scotia, right?
That's right.
And
so
Halifax.
This is funded by the so-called real estate, I guess.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
So they're going to give you the fake news.
Yeah, I love fake news. Whatever they tell you is the opposite.
That's right. That's right. So they're just telling people, and who knows how many people are trying to get these mortgages through the B lenders and A lenders.
Oh, B lenders, you didn't want to go there. Did you see that article, the short clip I had about the guy paying 10% on $1 million mortgage?
No.
Oh, 10% on $1 million mortgage, people. That's $100,000 a year in finance charges.
Jeez, Murphy's, man.
Yeah. So hold on. Look, see, everything is the opposite. Watch this. On this real estate wealth. News. Real estate in the U.S. cities is expected to appreciate 35%. Wrong. Real estate in U.S. cities are actually going down 15 to 22%. So it's the opposite. So whatever this says. So right now, non-Toronto markets in Ontario see accelerated home price growth. Wrong. Prices are declining. Then it says here, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge number defy trends set by Ontario's largest housing market. Wrong. They're going down. Calgary is still one of Canada's most desirable affordable hubs. Nope, it's not that desirable because the oil isn't doing that well. And is it affordable? I still think it's out of reach with the price wages that are getting, the jobs are offering out there. There's no jobs there. And then in focus, inside cutting edge development. Okay, building a win-win for purchasers and residents. That's a lie. That's saying building a lose-lose for purchasers and residents. So everything is just the complete opposite of what this thing is saying here.
Yeah, and that's Carmen de Sandro. He's one of the guys that sent me all these articles. Thank you, Carmen, wherever you are, buddy.
Yeah.
So this thing here, Mike, is I know in Vancouver. I wanted to ask you, what are you paying at the pumps right now?
I think it's $1.49.
Okay, so it went down from $1.60. It was about a month ago.
Oh,
right?
I think gas price in Vancouver is that much. Let me see here. Gas price Vancouver. There's a website called Gas Buddies.
Yeah.
I think they're really good. Long weekend. This is old. I'm just trying to see what it is right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
June. Oh, there's a little thing here that shows you all the whole. Okay, let's see. Gas prices. There's nothing for July, buddy. Everything's from June.
Yeah, they go a month before.
I think it's at $1.58. I think $1.54.
Yeah. So you're paying $1.58. Yeah, and I think it's going to go up too in September because now the Americans are going to start bringing in their own gas, their own oil, whatever. It's going to start going again, and their energy field is their stocks are going to start jumping. So that's what I predict.
Let's see here. Steve the plumber, Jeff, Owen is in. Owen, my man, is in the house. You got to meet Owen too, Mario, if you get a chance.
Yes. Where's he from? Is he from Toronto?
Yeah. He lives in Bramptonish area, on the border. So you got to meet up with him. Owen's a really good guy. I like him. So let's get to the first article here. Sydney and Melbourne drag house prices to first annual fall for 6 years. So what's happening right now with tighter credit puts squeeze on property in two big cities, with the New South Wales capital down 4.5%. Right now in Australia, the two major cities are going down, Mario. Sydney and Melbourne, two big cities going down, hitting the ground. And, Mario, you're very blessed to be in Ontario and Toronto, because the average one bedroom there is you would never believe how much it is. A good decent one bedroom there without parking is about $750,000 to $800,000.
Jesus, Murphys.
Yeah.
Jesus, Murphys.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for those people, Mike. Honest to God.
Yeah, and they don't. They don't. I kind of wish a lot of these people understood what is happening.
I don't like the politicians when they start getting fed under the table, and they made this thing turn out to be a really bad place.
So, okay, let's. I want to ask you your opinion on something, actually, on what you think of